Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. There's Hellman Scott selections here for Thursday, February 2nd. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a loss in college basketball with the Lehigh on the money line at minus 120 on DraftKings. Line closed at minus 145. Did not matter. Game was really, really close throughout. Basically, a coin flip throughout. Lehigh actually led with less than a minute to go. Unfortunately, could not hold on to the lead. And Army eventually hit a game winning layup with about 5 seconds left, and Lehigh lost by two. So they had a shot there at the end. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Look for a bounce back winner here on Thursday. And for today's play today, going to go back to college basketball, look at a matchup in the Summit League between North Dakota State and South Dakota, taking place at roughly 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this matchup, going to take the road team in this one. Going to take North Dakota State on the money line at minus 114 on FanDuel. Time recording of 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why I'm going to go with the Bison in the spot. First reason, looking at the recent form of both teams, to North Dakota State is easily in much better form. The Bison have won 6 of their last 8 games. Meanwhile, South Dakota's lost 5 of its last 7, including an embarrassing showing in its last game on the road against Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts, easily the best team in the conference, really not close, might be a Cinderella team to keep an eye on in March. But they played on the road, as I said before. They lost by 50. They lost 103 to 53. I'm not exactly sold once again on how South Dakota's been playing lately, and I'm not expecting them to look a lot sharper after they proved last time out that they're not exactly capable of hanging with the better teams in this conference. Now, North Dakota State isn't as dominant as they have been in the Summit League in recent years. Having said that, they're above average, and I believe that North Dakota State's proven that they are definitely a lot better in conference play than South Dakota up to this point. But to look at some of the overall Ken Palm numbers, North Dakota State is better in basically every metric. North Dakota State ranks 182nd in offense efficiency, according to Ken Palm. South Dakota ranks 217. North Dakota State ranks 274 in defense efficiency. South Dakota ranks 336. And North Dakota State ranks 162nd in rebounding rate. South Dakota ranks 226. So the point is, North Dakota State, to make it easier to remember, is roughly 30 spots better at offense, roughly 60 spots better at defense, and roughly 60 spots better at rebounding. The point is, I don't think that South Dakota is good. I think that North Dakota State is just a much better team, despite the 9-13 overall record, because they really challenged themselves at a conference play, which is why they were atrocious. But in conference play, North Dakota State is currently 4th. South Dakota is currently tied for 6th. And I think that North Dakota State is a little bit undervalued here because of their overall record. But to look at the first meeting this season in the head-to-head, North Dakota State did win comfortably, as the Bison did win at home by 12. And it's not exactly a surprise. Looking at the historical meetings, North Dakota State has owned the series, as the Bison are 8-1 straight up in the last 9 meetings. And look at the actual spread trends here. South Dakota is 6-13 ATS in its last 19 games. But the point is, North Dakota State, based on the Ken Palm numbers, is better at basically everything, and they're in much better form. South Dakota's lost 5 of 7. They lost their last game by 50 points, and historically, they've had a pretty much impossible time of actually beating North Dakota State. I think it's a good spot for the Bison, and I think this game should be close. I think the home crowd might provide a little bit of a spark early on for South Dakota, but both these teams kind of mediocre home and road splits, so I'm not exactly concerned by it. But I do think North Dakota State should find a way to win this game after 40 minutes, because they simply put have the much more talented roster. So play that once again here for Thursday, February 2nd is going to be on North Dakota State money line at minus 114 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.